Hello guys. Want to explain to you how to enter a trade. Your entry point. Most people have been seeing red because of wrong timing. If you enter a trade at the appropriate time, you will see all blues. Now I'm going to explain to you how to enter at the right time. And the indicator I'm going to be using is the MA, the moving average. The moving average is the only indicator that tells you when to enter a trade. Now, but before I move on, I have to briefly explain some principles, some criterias before you can place that trade, either a sell or a buy. The first one is for a swing eye. When the web analyzer calls a trade for a sell, first of all, you need to spot a clear trend. The first thing you should do is to spot an uptrend. To simplify this, you should spot at least 4 to 5 green bars that are moving in the same direction. If you count this, this is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. You can see the number of green bars is more than 4, more than 5. Best. If it's more than 5, great. Provided it is going in an upward direction. You can see this. Then the second thing you need to do is also you wait for a reversal. Wait for the uptrend to begin to reverse, and that is where we want to place a trade. But we need to be certain that it is reversing, and we are going to do that by following these simple steps of confirmations. Once you notice the uptrend switching from forming green bars to forming the first red bar, that should be a heads up and that a reversal is about to take place. You can see this is one green bar, an uptrend. The first red candle forms, which is higher than the last green bar. The second one, which is lower than the first red bar. Now, there are two confirmations that you need to follow to be certain that it is really reversing. Confirmation one, when a second red bar forms that is lower than the first red bar, we call the first red bar the middle bar, and that makes our first confirmation. But that does not mean we should place the trade yet. We should wait for confirmation two. Now, this is the confirmation two. You can see the uptrend, the first red bar, second red bar, which forms below the first red bar. That gives you your confirmation one. Then your third red bar, which forms below the second red bar and closes below the moving average. For those of you who doesn't know the moving average, this is the moving average. This red line is the moving average. And just as I said, it is the only indicator that tells you when to enter. It is the only indicator that tells you your entry point. Now, you make sure that this red bar closes below the moving average. Once it closes, place your sell. Use your instant execution and place your sell. Then you begin to modify. Calculate your stop loss. Your stop loss should not be less than 20, and your take profit should be 5 since we are scalping. You can see when we enter there, you can see that the candles later form very much below your entry point. You can see it still went down. That is why the moving average is a great indicator for an entry point. The second confirmation takes place after any bar that crosses the moving average indicator. Immediately the bar crosses the moving average and closes, you must place the trade. Make sure you wait for it to close below the moving average. Place a sell. Remember, if it doesn't form this pattern, don't trade. If it doesn't form this pattern, don't trade. I know this is another example. You can see the uptrend comprising more than 4 to 5 red bars, bullish candles. Then you can see this candle forming above the last green candle. You can see this. You can see this. The second bar forms below the first bar, first red bar. Then the third bar forms and closes below the moving average. You place your buy, your sell here. This is where you place your sell with a stop loss of 20 and a take profit of 5. Stop loss of 20 and 5. Then for a swing low, when the web analyzer gives an alert for a buy, you must first of all spot a clear trend. You must make sure that the bearish candle is at least 4 to 5 in number and they are moving in the same direction. Then you now wait for a reversal. It's just the same thing with the analysis on the swing eye. Going down, you can see, let's use this. You can see so many red candles going, and look at this green candle, the bullish candle forming below this last red candle. You can see the second one closes above it. You can see, you can see this is where you are supposed to place your trade. This is your entry point. Make sure that this last green candle closes above the MA. This is the MA line. The red line is the MA. Once it closes, that is your entry point. Use the instant execution and enter the trade for a buy. And make sure your stop loss is 20 and your entry point is 5. This is another example. You can see this is a bullish candle, which is more than 5. You can see this red candle forming there above the green candle, the last green candle. You can see this. Look at this. Look at this candle closes below the moving average. This is where you make sure that this candle closes. Once it closes, you place your sell, place your trade, enter the market with your instant execution. Then you can now modify for a take profit of 5 pips and stop loss of 20. Then it goes down all the way. You can see the number of red candles forming. You can see this blue candle forming below this last red candle. Then you wait for a reversal. It reverses. You see this blue candle moving in the same direction, then closes above the moving average. Once it closes above the moving average, place your buy. Place your buy. That is your entry point. It goes again. It goes again. It gets here. The red candle forms. You wait for a reversal. Once you see that the red candle closes below the moving average, place your sell. And that is just the way the moving average works. It is very, very effective. It's an effective indicator that indicates, that tells you when to enter a trade after the web analyzer must have called a trade. If it doesn't follow this pattern, do not trade. Please, if it doesn't follow this pattern, do not trade. We are going to the web analyzer now to show you some examples from the web analyzer. I'm also going to add some indicators like the stochastic, the RSI, the MACD, and the Bollinger Band to also help us in knowing when to enter a trade. But your entry point must solely be determined by your moving average. Now, this is a web analyzer. Yeah. Today is Saturday, so the market is closed, but I'm going to use this web. Today is Saturday, so the market is closed. So I'm going to use this web analyzer to explain how to enter a trade using the moving indicator. You can see this is the Euro GBP pair. If you let's start from here. Let's start from here. You can see the red candles going down. You can spot a trend. Can you see the trend going down? And you can count the number of red candles. More than 4, more than 5. Then this bullish candle forming below the last red candle. Then you now wait for a reversal. You can see there is a reversal here. This is the second candle, bullish candle, moving in the same direction. You can see this third bullish candle forming and closing above the moving average. This is the moving average. The EMA and the MA are the moving average. You can see this last blue candle, green candle, forming above it. Once it forms and closes above it, that is where you place your sell. Sorry, place your buy. That is your entry point. Calculate your stop loss of 20 and your entry price of 5. You can see the candle now goes all the way. 2 more candles were later formed after it before you can see a reversal also. If you calculate the number of candles here now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 candles. You can see your red candle forming above this green candle. That is where you watch. You can see a reversal. The second candle forms, which is in the same direction with this middle red candle. Then this is the third candle. You can see that it forms and closes below the moving average. That is your entry point. Enter here, take profit of 5, stop loss of 20. You can see it goes all the way down. It goes all the way down. You can see that is just the way to enter a trade using the moving average. I also run a private online training. You can chat me up on my WhatsApp number, or send me an email, or add me on Facebook. If you now combine the RSI with this moving average, you can see the RSI at this point now. You can see the RSI at this point. You can see at this point now is almost 25. that is when you'll be expecting a buy. But your entry point should be when your green candle has crossed and closes above the moving average. You can see the stock, the blue candle has crossed the the blue line has crossed the red line, and so that means there is going to be a massive buy. Also for the MACD, you can see the blue line crossing the red line for a massive buy. Likewise for a sell, the same analysis. Just make sure that the trade meets the strategy. If it doesn't meet the pattern, do not trade. Don't place your trade. For more information on this, you can contact me on my WhatsApp, which I'm going to share to you now. Contact me, send me uh, uh, a Facebook message, and I'm going to reply you. Also visit my YouTube channel, which I'm going to share on my Facebook and the IML web analyzer group. Just go to my YouTube channels and then watch some of my videos. Okay. Yes, this is my contact details. This is my WhatsApp number, +234 8037321179 on my Facebook. Then this is my email address. I'm gonna type my email. You can contact me using any of these channels, and I'm here to help you. Thank you very much, and God bless.